Okay, so I think I have this shit figured out. Everybody's gonna call me crazy, but I don't give a fuck. But here's the thing. Our bodies are super smart. And we pretty much adapt to absolutely everything we do to it. Regardless of what type of diet you put it on, we're gonna adapt, we're gonna survive. Whether we gotta store fat, burn muscle, whatever it is, we're gonna adapt. There's transporters, triggers, sensors, all types of things inside the body. And depending on what you put in it is going to dictate how it responds. Now, talking about transporters in general in this video, and there's things that transport glucose, glycogen, things like that in and out of the cells in our body. And our cells are what basically make us us. It's what we look like. It's how our body functions. It creates any future disease by not cells functioning properly or turning into cancer, things like that. So here's the thing though. 40 and Mountain Dew, baby. I love it. Here's the thing. When the whole calories in versus calories out diet was created, it was a good basis. It's a good starting point for a lot of people. But as we have progressed throughout the 70 years, our food has also changed. We put different hormones, different toxins, different types of things in the food. And what's that doing is to the inside of our body, it's taking all these pathways, all these sensors, all the transporters that are transporting food in and out of the cells and energy in and out of the cells, and it's confusing the hell out of them. You know what I mean? And, you know, if you don't do something properly, like I'll use, what's that? Okay, there's things called GLUT transporters inside your body, okay? And depending on which one is triggered by what you put into your body, you know, one of them is going to shuttle glycogen and glucose into the cell. One of them is going to cycle it out of it. I think one of them actually pushes fructose into the cells. And if we're doing proper function inside of our body, and our body's getting the vitamins and minerals that we need to keep everything the way that it's supposed to be, and make no mistake about it, I'd probably say 75 to 80% of the people that are even healthy people, mind you, are deficient in a lot of vitamins and minerals. Number one being the overall, which is I feel is the most important, would be magnesium, because your sleep does wonders for you. You have no idea the amount of proper sleep and the proper REM sleep can totally change your life. I'm talking like life-changing shit, okay? And when you're deficient in magnesium, it's hard to, I'm not saying you can't, but a lot of people are deficient in magnesium, and that's why they have improper sleep patterns, okay? Your circadian rhythm plays a huge role in who you are and what you want to look like. But the whole point I'm getting at is a lot of the foods that we take and a lot of the things that we put into our bodies don't know how to properly function off of that energy, because it's not that your body can't process it, basically. You know, like a lot of the things, like my number one vice, I love Lebanon bologna, and I try to get it as close to being pure as you can, but it's hard. It's still processed. Meat's going to be processed regardless how you look at it, unless you're getting steak or chicken and things like that, and that's probably fucking processed nowadays. But the whole point being, if you learn the proper times to feed your body and you learn the proper things to put into your body, all that can be avoided. Like intermittent fasting is super important. You have no idea. That's basically letting your body breathe, letting your body and your cell say, hey, I need time to regenerate. Like if we use the bathroom, our cells have to use the bathroom. You understand? Like not in the same sense, but kind of in the same sense. Yeah. And when you're letting your cells not constantly be fed and let the things go out of them properly and let your body just relax a little bit, you're going to see a difference in the body, in the way it responds. Have you ever went a long period of time without drinking water, and then you started drinking water again? You feel way different. You feel like a totally different person. And the more you get in tune with your body and understand certain things, the longer health-wise that you're going to go without having issues. You know, if you keep eating the same way and you're very unhealthy, in 10, 15, 20 years, you're going to develop type 2 diabetes, probably have cancer at some point, and the list just goes on and on and on. But when we start to refrain ourselves from eating things, like, I'm not telling you that you can't eat donuts and drink soda and all that stuff. But what I am telling you is you've been a complete dickhead to your body for how long? You understand what I'm saying? And you're going to have to correct that. It's not an overnight thing. Some of us might take 2-3 years to fix. But I will promise you this. When you do fix it and you get your body to where it needs to be for proper function, you'll be able to drink your Mountain Dew. You'll be able to eat that donut when you see it. You know what I mean? Because you understand what you need to do to counteract that. Hey, I just ate this. My big thing with calories in versus calories out is there's a lot of empty calories. Depending on what you're going for, you got to eat this set of macros. Well, just because you're eating that set of macros doesn't mean you're getting the proper vitamins and minerals inside your body. Like, yeah, carbs are going to help your body. Yeah, protein's going to help your body. Yeah, fat is good for your body. But what's the makeup? You understand what I'm saying? I'm just not talking about the protein itself. Like, maybe you're only getting the protein you're eating isn't even a complete protein. You know what I mean? You see where I'm going with this? Like, just because it's a protein doesn't mean it's going to help you build muscle. Normally, not normally. If it's animal protein, there's like 99% chance that it's a complete protein, but, you know, peas. I was under the assumption for a long time that peas were a complete protein. Well, it's not. You need something else to go with peas to make it a complete protein. I think rice and peas together make it a complete protein. Don't quote me on that, but rice and beans, complete protein. Doesn't have to be animal sources necessarily, but the whole point of this, I was just thinking about that the GLUT4 transporter popped into my mind for some reason. I don't remember the beginning of it, but guys, this is life, man. Tried this new bread. I'm not even gonna tell you what the name of it is, but it's not white bread. Just because I'm 40, you know, I need to start watching the times a little bit more when I raise my insulin levels, just because, you know, my whole family's riddled with cancer, diabetes, things like that. And sooner or later, if you live long enough, you're gonna become diabetic. You know what I mean? Unless you're doing everything and helping your body regenerate cells and things like that. Like, if you live long enough in today's world, you're going to become diabetic at some point. Whether that's 120, 130 years, you know, or, you know, if you just drink a shit ton of Mountain Dew like I did. But I did stop. Oh, here's something else. Okay, I started a company here 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. And man, I tell you what, if I got paid to smoke cigarettes and drink Mountain Dew, I'd have been a millionaire in like 2 years. At one point, for a long period of time in my life, I was probably drinking 140 to 160 ounces of Mountain Dew. And working out. Tasker can vouch for this, man. Tasker can vouch for this. That much Mountain Dew. Gosh, you know how much sugar that is? Insane, dude. Insane. So, I ran a test here about 3-4 months ago. And I did at certain times, like, I don't know, certain things in my life would kick off to the point where I wouldn't want to drink Mountain Dew because I know how horrible it is for me. But, oh, my goodness. Mountain Dew is my love, baby. That's my girl right there. Love Mountain Dew. Love me some Mountain Dew. They had the real sugar there for a while. That was actually fabulous because it was a better form than the high fructose corn syrup. Now, it's still bad for me, and it was probably even worse for my insulin levels. But I could get away with drinking that and choose when my insulin level was going to increase and when it was going to, you know, be baseline, or when I'm putting some bullshit into my body that is going to induce an insulin response, but it's high fructose corn syrup. So it's not going to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to leave that right there for right now because I haven't done all my research to call a bunch of people out on that opinion. But yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that. Oh, okay. So I actually stopped. I went from drinking probably 5 Mountain Dews a day down to like 2. And over the course of probably 3 weeks, I put on 5 pounds of weight. Now, granted, I didn't change anything for what I was doing, as far as the gym and how much I was eating. There wasn't too much of a difference there. But what was the difference was my body doesn't know how to process Mountain Dew as effectively, okay? So if I'm pumping, and that is a lot of Mountain Dew, guys. You know how much high fructose corn syrup I was putting in my body every day? That is insane. That is insane. No wonder. I'm probably diabetic already. But my family didn't do that. Like, that's not why they were diabetic. That was more or less genetics. But I'm a firm believer. I don't believe in the genetic BS. Like, some things, yes. Like cancers, you might have more genes in your body just because this is the type of lifestyle that your family has lived over the last 500 years. But as far as being diabetic, now, yeah, my father, his father. But if I keep an eye on my next generations and I take care of them, like, they're not going to be prone to diabetes because none of them are going to have diabetes. You understand what I'm saying? And it's how we treat our bodies that does that. So I got down to probably 1, at most 2 a day, okay, for Mountain Dew, and I put on 5 pounds in like 3 weeks, and I was confused because I thought, you know, I understood, at least I understood, that I was going to lose a little bit of weight for the Mountain Dew because I wasn't putting all that into my body. But remember, your body doesn't know how to process Mountain Dew 100% efficiently, so it's going to be more prone to store as fat or be excreted from the body, whatever choice that is. And I sat down, started looking at everything again, and I was like, look, you know, certain things are happening inside the body more regularly when I'm drinking Mountain Dew throughout the day and doing it on a consistent basis as compared to me not putting Mountain Dew in my body. And when you take into account everything else that goes into it, it just makes sense that your body would become more efficient at doing everything else throughout the day because you're not feeding it a bunch of bullshit. In my case, Mountain Dew. And I maintained a weight that I had never maintained before. And I was sitting right around 180 pounds. And I didn't come out and fully tell Tasker this, the real J Tasker, follow him on IG. I didn't come out and straight and tell him that. But I did tell him that I was maintaining, and I was normally around 170, 171, 172. That was my normal weight. Like, if I wasn't trying to cut anything or put on muscle, like, I'd probably say a little bit heavier than that, like 170 to 175, unless I was eating like a fat kid. Well, I won't even say fat kid because I don't believe in bulking. Like, that's BS. You're fucking up your body. You don't want to do that. You're losing the benefit of being able to attain any type of body style. Like, you want to put on 15 pounds? Cool, do that real quick, but then stop. You understand what I'm saying? Like, but you got to understand, if you don't do that effectively and you have your body primed, like, if your body is primed, you can put on 15 pounds of weight. I really, really believe that, and be able to keep it after you're not having to do all of the eating involved with that because your body has become adjusted. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you prime your body and you really, really try, you could probably put on that weight easy in a short amount of time. And I think they say, like, I don't know, like, what was it, 8, 12? I'm not even sure of the amount of muscle weight that they proved you can put on into your body. But when you take into account proper function of everything that goes inside your body and take studies and shit out of that, because studies are manipulated. I don't care who you are, unless you're getting meta-analysis and it's comparing so many studies throughout. Like, that's the only really thing I listen to. And most of them are done in animals and rats. Like, I'm sorry, but I mean, I know a lot of them correspond with the way we are, but they don't handle the level of stress on a day in and day out basis compared to what we do. They don't have all the emotions compared to what we do. Like, when we're born, our bodies are supposed to have taken out any variables, taken out any diseases, anything like that. Your body is designed to work in a certain manner. You understand what I'm saying? And when your body's working in that manner, you're giving 100% output. You're giving 100% efficiency. And that's what we need to focus on. Not this calories in versus calories out bullshit. Like, you could eat the same macros and yeah, you might lose weight, but why are you losing weight? Like, Muscle weighs more than fat. So that argument goes out the window right there. If you're going to lose something, you need to, unless you're obese and morbidly obese, if you want to lose weight, you shouldn't want to lose weight. You should want to lose fat. You should want to burn fat. And there's proper ways to do that. A lot of people try to burn fat and they're not even making fat available to be burnt. Whole different subject. We'll cover that in a video or something, because this video is 15 minutes and 10 minutes longer than what it should be. But yeah, there's so much stuff. Guys. And I'm just tired of everybody getting rich selling you something that doesn't fucking work. Like, if you're a man and you want to do keto, cool. But understand, if you do that for a long period of time, you're going to damage your testosterone. And you don't want that. Guys, we don't want that. I, for one, would never, ever, 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 ever listen to any plan or anybody that tells me to watch my vegetable intake. And keto does that. I just don't, I understand what you're going for, and it's good to be able to allow your body to be able to do that. But our bodies, and with what we handle every single day, we're designed to have an instant gratification, is what we'll call it, because energy for your body is instant gratification to you because it's allowing you. You understand what I'm saying? And when your body is fat adapted, that is there and that is good. But dude, sugar, for people that are super active and use it accordingly, sugar is probably one of the best things you can put in your body for energy. Now, for all the BS a-holes that are going, oh my God, listen. Effectively is knowing that I need to fast so that my body can be ready. Effectively is knowing that my body is primed, like right after I come out of a workout. I want to get in and get out, basically, as far as food, not the workout goes, because there's different workouts, power, strength, etc. And what you do right after you do that workout should be in line with your goal. Obviously, if I'm trying to build and I'm trying to put on strength, I need to get the vitamins, minerals, and everything into my body right away. Now, if you can consider a workout, going out on a treadmill, which I would never do because there's way more effective ways in doing that. I'm just using this as an example. And to burn fat, and you're sitting there putting the protein in your shake right after you ran for an hour on a treadmill. That makes absolutely no sense. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Your whole point of running on that treadmill was to lose fat. As soon as you put that protein in, as soon as you put anything into your body, your fat burning completely stops right there. Done. And depending on the type of fat burning workout that you just did, it could pick back up. It could. High intensity workout could pick back up after you put your vitamins and minerals. But a lot of people don't understand, especially if you're obese, you got to keep your insulin down. Fat is not going to burn properly unless you keep your insulin levels low. Okay? Cortisol, another thing. Having high cortisol levels at different times of the day is very bad. Regardless of what anybody tells you, if you can find a way to help elevate your cortisol level in the morning and there's no insulin present inside your body, you're actually going to keep burning fat. You understand what I'm saying? Your body is fasted. There's nothing in there. Your body's already become adapted to burning fuel. When you wake up, bam, I don't feed my body anything. I drink my water, get everything going on the inside. But if I don't raise my insulin level, my cortisol level stays elevated and the body goes after fat. Okay? Proper function is what it's all about, guys. Is what it comes down to, man. Being able to feed your body at the time that your body needs fed and then shut off everything else. You want your body to be anabolic for a certain period of time to get it fed properly, to get all the energy, to get the oil in there. If you use, if you're a diesel guy and you want to use diesel additive, that's fine too. You know what I'm saying? Get that diesel in there and then get it off. Shut all that stuff off. Get back into being catabolic so that we can burn fat, so that we can let our receptors get time to be sensitized, to let those GLUT4s have time to take a break and not constantly be working. Basically, priming your body is what I call it. And you want your body to be ready for the next time you feed it so that you can maintain proper function. Drink your fucking Mountain Dew, eat your meat, and eat them donuts!